So it's been been an incredible year, right? So our accomplishments are many. So you go all the way to the mundane of we have a new website that is the backbone of the kind of the organization and how the organization kind of looks to its members. And so that's been a huge undertaking. And I know that the NPTA staff has worked long and hard to get that up and running and kind of out there. And so it is, it's a wonderful step forward for us. If I think about, some of the other deliverables to our members, I think we had a really successful paper distribution conference, PDC, this past January, where we had my goodness, we had the United States Postal Service Postmaster General Louis DeJoy present, right? So that was an incredible opportunity for the industry to really be on the national stage and actually make sure that our voices were heard, because the reality is, at least from a paper distribution standpoint, 40% of the paper that we all touch in the printing and writing space ends up in some way, shape, or form in the U.S. mail stream. And so that was an incredible accomplishment to be able to get the Postmaster General there. We had our best post-COVID performance at Paper Meets Live in Clearwater, and we had some great weather. Knock on, yeah, wood. Just an incredible opportunity. And then I think about emerging leaders that we've launched our kind of second class. We're getting ready to announce our second class with 20 new members, two carryover members. And then if I think about the University of Innovative Distribution that we're a sponsor in as well, in terms of having 25 members participate in that. And then the Goalmakers mini MBA program that was launched this past fall and actually just wrapped up, I think, the week before last. And so I know that several members commented that their participants that participated in that were extremely appreciative and learned a tremendous amount, and also kind of got to know some of their industry comrades through that event as well. So it's, as I look through that whole list of accomplishments, it's been a great year. And then just from one of my passion projects is the NPTA RISI survey, looking at industry, kind of supply chain inventory positioning, and that's been slowly getting off the ground, and it's starting to provide some useful information, and I'm looking forward to having Derek Malberg of RISI at PDC in January here, next month, talking about some of that information that we provided and really help members kind of position their business, because the reality is, inventory has been displaced in our supply chains, and the industry really needs to have that view of kind of merchant level inventory. So I know it's a long list, but there's a lot of stuff that we were able to accomplish this year. Yeah, so as a board, we're actually looking to do a strategic planning session to really understand, it's probably been 5 years since the board looked at that. And one of the areas that I know we're exploring is how do we look at, packaging, especially paperboard, paper-based packaging, and how does that play into, where the association should help to pivot to. If I go back to kind of 2012, packaging was part of NPTA and it was kind of de-scoped, back in 2013 as, one of the areas of focus. And so now the reality is a lot of our suppliers have, developed significant portions of their business are in the packaging space, especially in the paperboard packaging space. And a lot of our merchant members have as well. And so it's one of those areas that we're absolutely looking to help pivot. Again, making sure that we're positioning NPTA to serve the current and future state needs of all of our members. So if I think about especially all the advocacy efforts that we've done with, working with the United States Postal Service, that was important. The efforts with the emerging leaders and helping to really develop that next generation of talent. One of the things I always say is, as an industry, we've got to be much better storytellers. We have a phenomenal right to win long term as an industry. We are the products that we produce and distribute are absolutely sustainable, right? They are the products that are in demand. As the world emerges into this sustainability mindset, there's nothing more sustainable than fiber-based, print and fiber-based packaging. And so you're really starting to see that kind of pivot really start to take place. So PDC is a unique event, unlike any other, right? It's an invitation only event. It's really kind of reserved for senior level leaders within, the member companies. And so it's a wonderful platform to really meet with, the top of the house executives and really understand where's the industry really heading? What are the challenges that are out there? Who's doing it better than others? And so as a way for us all to learn and grow, especially with regards to, like last year, I think about, we kind of broached the subject of AI and things like that to really challenge people's thinking. But this year, having a variety of speakers on some wonderful topics that are really going to help position our industry going forward. And I know Corey Turner, the incoming chair, has done a really wonderful job of putting up an incredible lineup of speakers. Yeah, so as we, wrap up 24, it's been a couple of challenging years, post COVID. You had the whole 2022 allocation moratorium. The industry was crazy. Um, and the last couple of years has absolutely been challenging within the industry, and I know the industry's kind of learned to pivot and operate in a different manner. And so the as a result, the NPTA has had to learn to pivot as well. And especially with regards to the next generation of talent. So as I think about looking forward, just know that NPTA is well positioned. That we're 100 years old, over 100 years old, and we're well positioned to go into the next century as an industry association. Just in terms of, now we've got a website platform that is solid and secure, that is, actually user friendly and very capable. From a membership management situation. We have a very strong emerging leaders program, and people are genuinely concerned about developing that next generation of talent, which is incredible to see. If you look at the list of just the member companies that have stepped up and said, we're going to send our best and brightest, future star performers to participate. I mean, that just bodes extremely well for this industry going forward in terms of, some of the things that have been the hallmarks of this industry for more than a century, will absolutely carry forward.